Bob and Heather, it seemed like things did slow down. There was a lull in the sounds of the offensive that we are hearing from the area of Irpin, where we anticipate it is coming from. But just as you crossed to me, I heard another extremely loud explosion coming from that direction. Now, since you were last with me, we continued to stay out here and assess the situation, and we still do believe that this is outgoing artillery fire from the Ukrainian military. We do believe it's Grad missiles being fired at the Russian troops coming from the direction of Irpin. This is an area that has been under heavy fire from the Russians for the past 2.5 weeks now. Majority of civilians have been living in their bunkers, haven't had access to food and water. There's been majority of them have been evacuated since then because they've had to be. We're the only area that has had some corridors open and have been able to get out safely since the green corridors were actually announced. This is the area, I must warn you as well, where the journalists were when they were killed. These two Fox News journalists, those that were killed, including sorry, just got distracted by the noises behind me, including Benjamin Hall, who was injured, as well as Brent Renault, who was also towards that area as well. So it's in that direction behind me, off to the right of me, where we're hearing these rumbling sounds at the moment, but they are continuing and are getting worse now, now that you've come back to me again. There was a lull earlier, but now it seems like these sounds are certainly picking back up.
Sarah, I don't know if you can give us a feel for what kind of distance we're talking about here. I don't know if you've had reports as far as how far outside the city the Russians are, or if you can tell us how close these explosions are to you, both incoming and outgoing. Can you give us a feel for distances here?
Well, these sounds that I'm hearing right now, I can't really give you an estimate. But for Irpin, for an example, to get there from here is about a 20-minute drive. So it's not really that far to get to. So it's not. It's about maybe a little bit longer, actually. I'm going to say probably about half an hour drive to get to this area. It's to the northwest of central Kyiv, where we are now. It's in the Kyiv Oblast. It's one of the outskirts of the Kyiv territory. Those areas that were hit earlier on today, the area of yesterday, Obolon was only 10 minutes away from where I am now. It's really close. So these are getting closer and closer, these strikes that we are hitting that are coming towards us. But these are missiles. These are cruise and ballistic missiles that are being fired. They've got a range of about 35 kilometres that they can be fired from. So, and still manage to hit their targets. So Russian forces can get as close as that and still manage to hit targets within the city. But as far as troops on the ground or any form of vehicles that have been able to make their way into the city, that's just not possible. The only way that they're able to hit the centre of Kyiv is to fire rockets into it. That's why we're seeing so much heavy fire and so much bombardment happening on these towns on the outskirts of Kyiv. And that's why we are seeing right now the Ukrainians retaliate in such a heavy way on the outskirts back, because these are the ones that are getting hit, and we're seeing so many civilians die in these areas.
Yeah, and that's what I was wondering, where the Russian strikes are coming from. And I had asked earlier if a no-fly zone would assist with that at all, but it doesn't seem like that would help. Is that correct? With the types of missiles? Well, I do
believe a no-fly zone would help.
Okay.
Would help the situation, because in any way, shape or form, that they would be prevented from being able to fly over these sort of areas because, well, that's if they were to actually stick to it. So there are planes who are dropping bombs on these areas.
Yeah.
So there are planes that have dropped dumb bombs on areas like Mariupol, who have dropped areas on areas like Kherson. So it would make a dramatic difference to some of these areas. It would definitely lower the amount of casualties that this country has suffered from. But there are troops on the ground, so that's already done and dusted. They've passed that point. But the no-fly zone would definitely prevent it from getting any worse.
Okay, yeah, but it wouldn't help stop these missiles coming from the ground. But yeah, you're right.
No,
I mean,
exactly. This is artillery that is being fired that is already here on the ground.
Yeah. Nearly 100 Ukrainian children, Zelensky announced today. It's just devastating. Sarah, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.